Niv-Mizzet Reborn. Oh man, we cannot quit you. For a white, a blue, a black, a red, and a green, we're getting a 6/6 legendary creature dragon avatar with flying. And it reads, when Niv-Mizzet Reborn enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each color pair, choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them. Put the chosen cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. If you're a fan of this station, if you're a fan of this channel, MTG Burgeoning here, of course, then you know all about our love with Niv-Mizzet Reborn. We've done multiple videos categorizing how powerful he can become, and we came down to the realization that he truly is, in the right type of build, enter the battlefield, draw 5 cards. In this video today, we're going to swap out a couple of those cards, swap in a couple ones that are going to be a bit better, a bit more powerful. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so now that we've gone through the intro and you're up to speed with our love for Niv-Mizzet, let's talk about the cards that are coming out and the cards that are going in. So I'll put him right on top. That's right where he deserves to be, right on top. So in the last update we did with Niv-Mizzet, we swapped out 5 of the guild-flavored equipments for cards that were a little more direction, a little more powerful than what we were doing with the cards that were in there previously. And the first card that we swapped in, actually it was the last one of the video from the Selesnya Guild, we had swapped in an Eladamri's Call. A green and a white for an instant. Search our library for a creature card, reveal it, and put it into our hand, and then shuffle your library. For me, and this is just me, I had too many options each time I went to cast this spell. I cast the spell and I have in my hand like 5 creatures, 6 creatures, maybe even more than I'm like, which one do I want? For me, this card was too restrictive, or it was too many options. Either way, the times I attempted to cast this and the times I did cast it and it went through and resolved, it brought about too many choices. So Eladamri's Call out. In its place for another Selesnya card, because again, we have to kind of keep in theme with the enhancement part of this deck. You can click on one of the links below to help to explain a little bit more what we mean when we say enhancement. We're going to include Ajani, the Mentor of Heroes. For 3, a green and a white, we get a Planeswalker with 4 loyalty. To +1 Ajani, we distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures we control. An additional +1, we can look at the top 4 cards of our library. You may reveal an aura, creature, or Planeswalker card from among them and put it into our hand. Put the rest on the bottom of our library in any order. And his big bang of -8, we gain 100 life. That 100 life looks nice, but make no mistake about it, Ajani, Mentor of Heroes, is taking the place of Eladamri's Call because of his second +1 ability. If we can repeat this by protecting him and making him big and keeping him on the battlefield, we could, in essence, expand on what the Eladamri's Call could do by bringing a one-time creature at instant speed into our hand. We get more flexibility by looking at 4... Well, I can't really say we're getting more flexibility by looking at 4 cards, because with Eladamri's Call, we looked at our whole deck. But the flexibility of getting an aura or a Planeswalker, both card types which are prominent in our deck, I think this has more long-lasting ability than just the one shot of Eladamri's Call. And we're going with long game as opposed to just the one-trick pony. So the call is out. Ajani, Mentor of Heroes, is in. All right, this is going to be a quick one because there's only one other card that is coming out. And this is going to be from the Rakdos Guild. And that card that's coming out we're bringing out a Terminate. For a black and a red, destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. Simple spell, targets any creature, can't be regenerated. Although I will admit, regeneration is not a very popular mechanic that I see happen in most Commander games, at least from my experience. I'm certain that that's something that's meta dependent. So, to take out the just targeting a creature removal spell of Terminate and still staying within theme and in the Rakdos Guild, replacing Terminate is going to be Bedevil. For the extra cost of 1 black versus just the black-red of Terminate, we can destroy an artifact, creature, or a planeswalker. That's a lot of versatility for an instant removal spell for only 3. I mean, it's not a Beast Within, it's not a Generous Gift, but from the Rakdos Guild, targeting an artifact, a creature, or a planeswalker from the same card, I think overall that is an upgrade to what Terminate provides us. And there it is, folks. 2 cards out, 2 cards in, and it's all for Niv. For 1 of each color, 6/6 flying dragon. When it enters the battlefield, draw 5 cards.